the burden of truth. The sirens wail, cutting through the thick Chicago night air. Red and blue lights reflect off rain-slick pavement as Officer Malik Carter steps out of his patrol car, the weight of the night pressing down on him. Ahead, smoke curls from the wreckage of a black sedan, front end crushed, windshield spiderwebbed. The smell of burning rubber lingers in the air. A robbery, a high-speed chase. Now, two suspects pulled from the car, one black, one white. His partner, Officer Reynolds, moves quickly, his voice sharp. Hands where we can see them. The white suspect, wiry and early 20s, slouches against the vehicle, breathing heavy but calm. The black suspect, Jamal Carter, young and visibly shaken, stiffens as Reynolds grabs his wrist to cuff him. "I didn't do anything," Jamal stammers, voice shaking. Reynolds tightens the cuffs. "That's what they all say." Malik watches. He's seen this play out before. The weight of it, the expectation, sits on his chest. He steps forward, leveling his gaze at Jamal. "What's your name?" Jamal hesitates, then, barely above a whisper, "Jamal Carter." A long pause. The name hits Malik like a gut punch. Carter. His name. His cousin's name. His cousin who spent years in prison for a crime he never committed. From the corner of his eye, the white suspect smirks. "Come on, man. We both know who you want." Silence stretches between them. Malik ignores him, turns back to Jamal. "Were you at the robbery?" Jamal's eyes widen. "No, I was just with him. He needed a ride. I swear." Reynolds lets out a scoff. Malik doesn't respond, but he knows how this is going to go, the way it always does. Jamal, young and black, will take the fall. The other one, smug and sure of himself, will slip through the cracks. Jamal looks at him, something desperate in his face. "Please, man, you know what this is." Malik exhales. The weight of his badge, his duty, his past, it all presses down. His fingers twitch at his side. A choice is in front of him. He turns to the officers around him. "We process both suspects the same. No assumptions, no shortcuts. By the book." Silence. A long moment of hesitation. Then Reynolds shifts, his grip tightening on the cuffs before he exhales through his nose, nodding once. The smirk fades from the white suspect's face. Malik places a steadying hand on Jamal's shoulder. Justice isn't just about making arrests. It's about making sure the right ones pay. The night hums around them, and Malik knows this battle isn't over. Fade to black.
The camera opens on a dark, rainy Chicago street. Flashing red and blue police lights reflect off the wet pavement. A black sedan is wrecked, its front end crushed, with shattered glass everywhere. The rain pours down in sheets. The rain still falls, but Malik barely notices it now. The scene has been cleared. The ambulance drives off with its siren fading into the distance, and the officers who once surrounded the wrecked sedan begin to disperse. Malik stands alone on the sidewalk. His uniform is soaked, but it's the weight of the moment, not the rain, that weighs heavily on him. Extension sidewalk, night. Officer Daniels, mid-30s, white, walks over, holding a cigarette. He leans against the patrol car, watching Malik. Daniels. Trying to lighten the mood. "Hey, Malik. Got something on your mind?" Malik doesn't answer immediately. His eyes remain fixed on the street, the weight of his thoughts clear on his face. Malik. Softly, "Yeah. It's hard, you know?" Daniels. Leaning back, pulling out a cigarette. "Hard? What's hard, man? You did what you had to do. The kid's a criminal, end of story." Malik clenches his fists, feeling the anger rising in his chest. Malik. Tense, almost whispering, "It's not that simple." I saw the fear in his eyes. Daniels. Jamal. He didn't know what was going on. He was scared. Like a kid. Daniels scoffs, lighting his cigarette and exhaling a long, tired breath. Daniels. What, you feel bad for him now? Come on, Malik, we're cops. We do what we're trained to do. You don't get to be soft on the job. Malik turns away, staring at the rain-soaked pavement. The noise of the city fades into the background as his internal struggle grows. INT. Police station, later. The station is nearly empty. The hum of the overhead lights fills the silence. Papers are scattered across Malik's desk. He's reviewing body cam footage on his computer. Malik doesn't speak much, but tonight, the silence is deafening. He keeps playing the footage over and over, hoping for something he missed. The footage shows Jamal, wide-eyed and fearful, his body trembling as officers approach. But then, something catches Malik's eye. Malik pauses the footage, zooming in on the white suspect. The smugness in the suspect's posture contrasts sharply with Jamal's terror. Malik leans closer, studying the screen. Something flashes in the suspect's hand. Malik's breath quickens. His pulse picks up. He rewinds the footage and freezes it on the moment the object is revealed, a knife. Barely visible, but enough to be seen. INT. Police station, early morning. Malik stands outside, staring at the city in the dim light of dawn. He meets with Lieutenant Carson, 40s, stern but fair. Malik, urgent, Lieutenant, we need to go back to the scene. The white suspect, he had something in his hand. It wasn't a phone. I saw a knife. Carson, you sure about this? We can't afford to chase ghosts on this case. We're already walking a fine line. Malik nods, his eyes determined. Malik, I'm sure. Something about that scene. It doesn't sit right. I can't just let it go. Carson sighs, resigned, all right. But this better check out, Malik. You don't want to be the one who derails this. Extension crime scene, day. The rain has stopped. The crime scene is cordoned off, yellow tape flapping in the wind. Malik crouches near the wreckage of the sedan. Carson watches, his arms crossed, waiting for any sign that this is more than it seems. Malik moves slowly, methodically, his hands sifting through debris. He pulls something shiny from the wreckage. It's a knife, partially buried under broken glass. Malik. To himself, this isn't right. INT. Police station, interrogation room, day. Jamal is seated at the table. His face is pale, his hands cuffed. He looks up nervously as Malik enters and sits across from him. Malik. Softly, Jamal, I need you to be honest with me. Did you see the other guy, beat the white suspect? What happened? Jamal hesitates, his voice barely audible. Jamal. I didn't mean to cause any trouble. I swear. But. He had a knife. I saw it. He was going to hurt me. But then the cops showed up. Malik's face hardens. This is the confirmation he needed. INT. Police station, night. Malik is back in the station, looking over evidence. He pulls up the footage again, Jamal's face, the white suspect's posture, the knife. The tension in the room is palpable. The investigation is far from over. But Malik knows that he's in deeper than he thought. This isn't just about the arrest anymore. It's about something bigger. Malik stands, resolute, and grabs his coat. He walks towards the door with purpose. Extension Police Station, night. Malik steps outside, the night air cool against his face. He looks up at the dark skyline. The weight of the case is heavy, but so is his resolve.
Malik, the truth is a difficult thing to chase.
It doesn't come easy. But I won't stop now. Not until I know the whole story. He gets into his patrol car and drives off into the dark streets, the city stretching out before him. Extension City Streets, night. The camera pulls away from Malik's car as it drives through the city. The rain has stopped, but the tension lingers. Malik's journey is just beginning. In a city where justice is often blurred by shadows, sometimes the only way to find the truth is to face the darkness head-on. Fade out. The end.